So to start off with a basic eyeshadow, step one would be to have a base, eye primer or a concealer. My favorite thing to use to put any type of base for my eyeshadows would be a concealer. I have used eye primers that are specifically for eyeshadows. I don't like them. It skips sometimes and it looks blotchy, so I've been steering closer to concealer. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer for this. So we're going to go in and we're just going to put a little bit, and then I'm just going to put that in with my finger. And usually when I do my eyebrows, I usually clean up my eyebrows, and then whatever's left over on my brush, I put it on my eyelids. But since I just wanted to show you guys, I left that step out. And a little bit goes a long way, guys. You don't want too much product on your eye. You don't want it to look muddy or anything like that. So I would definitely just put a little bit and make sure that you have all your creases out of your eyes before you set any product. And that goes to the next step of basic eyeshadow, is setting your concealer. If you do apply a concealer, I think you're able to set the primer too. Primer's a little more stickier. Well, concealer's a little sticky too, but not as much as a primer because it's specifically for eyeshadow, but I usually set it. So you can set it with a translucent powder, or you can set it with an eyeshadow palette, an eyeshadow that is lighter and or kind of closer to your skin tone basically. So I'm gonna go in, and actually this is the palette that we're gonna be using throughout the whole tutorial. It's my Morphe 35F palette, and we're gonna stick to neutrals for this basic 101 on eyeshadow. So we're gonna just use this line down here, and then I'm gonna use that first color just to set that eyeshadow that I have. So I'm gonna make sure there's no creases in my eyes, and then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is the Wet n Wild blending brush, and I'm just gonna set all over the eye. When it comes to brushes that you should use when you're a beginner with eyeshadow, you don't have to go out and buy really ridiculously expensive brushes. If you're starting off, you need just basic brushes. I would say a blending brush, which is a fluffy brush like this one, this brush, and this is a Wet n Wild brush. It came in the Pro palette and it cost $30 and it came with 10 brushes, which is perfect. And a blending brush, what it's gonna do, it's gonna help buff out the harsh lines, and it's gonna blend everything seamlessly and blend all the colors together. All you need is a basic brush set. Something that comes with a blending brush, a smaller a tapered blending brush too. That's really good for the crease area. If you want to do kind of a cut crease, something like that, it's more pointed on the top. I do have one somewhere. If I find it, I'll show you guys. A pencil brush and a flat brush, and you can basically do any type of look with those 4 basic brushes. So basically a set like this you can get anywhere for cheap. So if you don't want to go out and buy really expensive brushes, I would recommend BH Cosmetics has really good like sets. Morphe has really good sets as well. The Echo Tools from Walmart, they have it at Walmart. They have really good sets as well. You can buy it at Walmart or Ulta, I think. And Real Techniques, it's really good for starter. It's not super expensive, and you can kind of play with the brushes and really get the feel of the brushes and not like literally spend so much money. So I would say a starter kit like this, and you can get it separately if you want to, but they come in kits, and not in kits, in sets. And you can probably get a set ranging from BH Cosmetics. You can get it from $10 to, I think I saw on Morphe.com the most expensive set was $25, which is not bad. So I would say anyone who's beginning could get like a little set like this, and it'll take you a long way. So another tip or advice that I would give you guys is, if you're new with eyeshadows and you don't do a lot of looks, I would say to stick closer to neutral colors. like browns, your light browns, your taupes, kind of like you can go even with a little dark brown, but just steer away from bright colors just until you get used to blending the colors together and stuff like that. You can definitely go in with bright colors if you want to. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but that's just my advice, and that's how I did it. When I first started makeup, I was really scared of colors because I didn't know how to blend them together and how they look together and what brushes to use. Like, it was scatterbrained like everywhere. So I stood closer to like neutral colors like browns and beige and colors like that. So another thing that I think that people who are starting off with eyeshadows should do is stick to one palette and play around with it. Like, I know there's a lot of people like, oh, advertising so many different palettes, so beautiful palettes. You can definitely go out and buy them. But I would say play around with one palette with the same colors and get familiar with it and play around with it. The Naked 2 basic palette, this is a really good palette too. It has your basic colors here. You're gonna have your brow bone. You're gonna have kind of like your transition colors, and then you're gonna have your darker colors that are gonna help out in the crease. So these colors are perfect, and this is really good for traveling too. And another one is really good is the Morphe. I really like this. This one has a lot of shimmers though in it. You can definitely do shimmers. I wouldn't recommend putting shimmers in your crease. It's a hot mess. I would say leave shimmers for your inner corner, your brow bone, things like that. So this one, if you can find a palette that has basically these basic neutral colors right here, you'll be set. And then you can play with these colors and it would be awesome. And then play around with the colors. Don't be scared. And then little by little, you can add darker colors. Don't go in with a dark color right away. It's easier for you to add on color, and then little by little keep on adding a darker color to give that eye a lot of depth than to just go straight in with a dark brown or go straight in with a black, and then it's harder for you to blend that color in. So my recommendation, add on the product, but go from a light to dark, little by little, adding on product, and that also helps the blending process as well. Okay guys, so I already highlighted the brow bone. As you can see, we're gonna go in with the Morphe M167 brush, and I'm gonna highlight the other brow bone, and we're just gonna use this shimmer color right here. It's a really pretty, and it's gonna help, highlighting the brow bone is gonna help make your eye appear more lifted. Now, second tip I'm gonna give you guys is use a transition color, which is a color lighter, like a nice taupe color. When you use a transition color, once you apply the darker colors on top, it's gonna help them blend nicely. So we're gonna take a fluffy brush, and this one is the Wet n Wild blending brush, and we're gonna go in with this second color right here, and we're gonna put that all in the crease. And then you're gonna use circular motions because that's gonna help blend and buff everything in, and it's not gonna leave any harsh lines. And that's another reason that you should not go in, if you are starting off with eyeshadow, don't go in with a dark color like this. I mean, not like this, but don't go in with a dark color and do this, because it's gonna be really hard for you to really buff out that line of demarcation that you get sometimes if you don't basically know how to blend it. And I've been doing makeup for a while and I still get that line sometimes. So it's really frustrating when your makeup looks really pretty and then you have that line. So you need to make sure that you're using circular motions and you're buffing that product in. And then it goes on really seamless, really nice. Okay, so now that we have the transition color, we're gonna go in with a darker color. And we're gonna take this color right here. We're gonna jump to this color. And we're gonna take this brush right here. It's more of, like I showed you, the blending brush, but it's more dense. And this is really good for packing on product, but also blending it in the crease. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna keep this look simple. So we're gonna put this, as you can see, I'm patting the product on. We're gonna pat it on to that outer V. And that's gonna give your eye really nice definition and depth. And then we're gonna bring it into the inner corner, not to the inner corner, to the middle of the eye, into the crease. But we're not gonna go all the way. We're just gonna keep it right there, because we're gonna leave room for the lighter color. All right guys, so this is basic eyeshadow right there for you. Just make sure that there's no harsh lines and no hair in your mouth. It's a good thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pencil brush, and those same colors, you're going to bring that down to the lash line. And you're gonna meet it right where you put that darker brown. And it's gonna give you a really nice smoked look. And this is basically a really nice look too for every day. When, like I said, if you're new with eyeshadow, or even if you just want a daytime look, like something just really quick and stuff like that, this is a really good look. And this is another fluffy brush I didn't show you guys, but this one I got at Walmart. I don't remember what brand it was. It was a long time ago, but let me tell you, this brush has been really good to me. Okay, so that's basic. You have depth in the outer corners. Now you're gonna bring more light to the inner corner. So we're gonna go in with more of a, I would say, let's use this color right here at the end. We're gonna use that flat brush, and usually with shimmer colors, it applies nicer when you use your finger, but we're just gonna use a brush. So we're gonna pat that product in the outer corner right here, and then we're gonna pat it closer to that darker color, and it's gonna create a really nice gradient from light to dark. And then we're gonna go back with that same brush, that kind of like smaller blending brush, and we're gonna go in with that darker color that we use right down here. And then we're just gonna use that color right here just to blend that that shimmer color, and make sure that there's no basically like harsh line there, that it has a really nice gradient. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go back with the fluffy brush, blend it all nicely. Now I'm gonna take my last brush, which is gonna be a pencil brush, and then I'm going to highlight the inner corner, and I'm gonna use this color right here. And that is really gonna open up your eye, and this is really, really good for people who have hooded eyes. We're just gonna put this right here in the inner corner, and if you really want this color to pop, you can actually wet it with a setting spray, and it's really, really gonna intensify. And even, like I said, applying it with your finger is definitely gonna work as well. So we're gonna put that there, and bam, you're done. All right guys, so this is a basic eyeshadow look, and I'm showing you how to apply the eyeshadow and what techniques you could use. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely be uploading more videos. You can definitely pair this look with a really nice wing liner, but since it's a basic look and for people who are not really experienced with eyeshadow, I would probably think that they're not experienced with wing liner either. I do have a video of how I do my wing liner, so I'll just post it somewhere around, and you can definitely check it out, and you can practice and, you know, get used to it and keep on practicing, because practice makes perfect. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, be my friend. I need friends, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.